Alright, listen up, because today we're talking about heroes. But not just any heroes, we're talking about the kind of heroes who could deadlift a patrol car with one hand, or maybe even bench press an entire perp squad. Forget your average beat cop, we're diving into the legendary figures, the absolute units, who swapped their gym shorts for a uniform. The world's strongest men, Mr. Olympias, and UFC champions who actually walked a beat. It's wild, it's true, and it's absolutely legendary. Prepare to have your mind blown. Who are these titans, and what in the world were they doing in law enforcement? First up, imagine you're getting pulled over. You look up, and the person approaching your window isn't just tall, they're an actual, literal giant. We're talking Hafthor Bjornsson, famously known as the Mountain from Game of Thrones. This guy, all 6 feet 9 inches and 450 pounds of him, didn't just play a menacing character on TV. For a short, incredible stint, he joined the Icelandic police force. Yes, the former world's strongest man, known for crushing records and people's heads on screen, was patrolling the streets of Iceland. Talk about an intimidating presence. Now, it wasn't a full-time, career-defining move for Hafthor. His time with the Icelandic police was primarily for a documentary and promotional work. But still, the sight of this absolute colossus in a police uniform, towering over everyone, was enough to make headlines. He participated in training, patrol simulations, and community engagement. You can bet crime rates probably dipped a little just from the sheer visual deterrent of having him around. Who's going to mess with a guy who once carried 2 refrigerators for fun? From one strongman legend to another, let's jet over to Poland. Here we find Mariusz Pudzianowski, a name synonymous with brute force and 5 world's strongest man titles. Before he became an MMA fighter, Pudzian served for several years in the Polish police force. This wasn't a PR stunt, this was a legitimate, full-time commitment. Standing at 6 feet 1 inch and 300 pounds of pure muscle, Mariusz was patrolling the streets, using that incredible grip strength not for lifting stones, but for, well, apprehending suspects. Imagine explaining that to your lawyer. Mariusz Pudzianowski brought a whole new meaning to police presence. His incredible carrying strength and raw power were assets no police department usually gets. While details of his specific policing adventures are scarce, one can only imagine the respect he commanded. It must have been a scene straight out of an action movie. From lifting Atlas stones to lifting, well, whatever obstacles came his way on the job, Pudzianowski proved that pure strength isn't just for competition, it's a formidable tool for maintaining law and order. A true real-life superhero. Speaking of world's strongest men, let's cross the channel to the UK and talk about Eddie Hall, the Beast. This incredible athlete, famous for his record-breaking deadlifts and absolutely titanic physique, also volunteered his time as a special constable. Eddie, standing at 6 feet 3 inches and a whopping 380 pounds, provided a unique kind of support to his local police force. While not a full-time, paid officer, his presence was invaluable for public engagement and, let's be honest, making sure everyone knew who was boss. Who needs a siren when you have Eddie Hall? Eddie Hall's role focused heavily on public engagement, using his massive platform and even more massive physique to connect with communities. Imagine a school visit with the Beast talking about safety. It's an unforgettable experience. His physical presence alone was a massive asset, embodying strength and protection. He showed that law enforcement isn't just about catching bad guys, it's also about building trust and being a visible, reassuring force for good. Plus, who's going to argue with a man who can deadlift a small car? Okay, let's switch gears from strongman to bodybuilding royalty. Get ready, because we're talking about the king himself, 8-time Mr. Olympia, Ronnie Coleman. Before he was screaming "yeah buddy" and "lightweight, baby" at the gym, or even while he was doing it, Ronnie was a police officer for Arlington, Texas. Yes, one of the greatest bodybuilders of all time spent many years serving his community, patrolling the streets even after winning multiple Mr. Olympia titles. Mind blown. How did he balance that schedule? Ronnie Coleman wasn't just a cop, he was a dedicated cop. He would work his patrol shifts, sometimes even taking calls and making arrests, and then head straight to the gym to train for Mr. Olympia. Imagine being pulled over by a man who looks like he walked off a comic book cover. His discipline was legendary, not just in bodybuilding, but in his commitment to law enforcement. This wasn't a brief stint or a volunteer gig, this was his livelihood for years, proving that with enough dedication, you can be both the greatest bodybuilder in the world and a patrolling police officer. Following in the footsteps of bodybuilding greatness, we have another Mr. Olympia legend, Phil Heath. The Gift himself, a 7-time Mr. Olympia winner, had an interesting path to the top. Before he dominated the bodybuilding stage, Phil worked as an LAPD officer. That's right, the discipline and mental fortitude required to be one of the best bodybuilders in history were honed first on the streets of Los Angeles. Standing at 5 feet 9 inches and 240 pounds of perfectly sculpted muscle, Heath brought a unique kind of strength to his early career. Phil Heath often credits his time in law enforcement with instilling the rigorous discipline and mental toughness necessary to succeed at the elite level of bodybuilding. Patrolling Los Angeles streets, dealing with high-pressure situations, and maintaining composure under duress are experiences that few bodybuilders can claim as their foundation. His experience taught him about accountability, quick decision-making, and the importance of a strong, reliable physique. It's safe to say those street smarts and mental gains were just as important as the physical ones. Switching from the posing stage to the octagon, we have former UFC heavyweight champion, Big Frank Mir. Known for his devastating grappling and submission skills, Frank Mir also served part-time for the Las Vegas Metro PD's tactical units. Standing at 6 feet 3 inches and 260 pounds, this isn't your average desk job. Mir primarily focused on training and outreach, bringing his elite combat expertise to the force. Imagine learning self-defense from a man who has choked out some of the toughest fighters on the planet. Frank Mir's involvement with the Las Vegas Metro PD was a brilliant move for both sides. The department gained access to world-class combat knowledge, enhancing their tactical readiness and officer training. Mir, in turn, contributed to his community in a meaningful way, applying his unique skill set beyond the cage. His understanding of close-quarters combat and de-escalation tactics, honed in high-stakes fights, would have been invaluable. He wasn't just a physical presence, he was a strategic asset, showing that a fighter's mind is as sharp as their body. Back to Iceland, but this time, it's not the mountain. We're talking about Gunnar Nelson, a highly respected UFC fighter and a jiu-jitsu black belt known for his incredibly calm demeanor and technical prowess. Gunnar also served briefly as a special constable in Iceland, much like Hafthor, focusing on community outreach and officer training. At 6 feet 0 inches and 170 pounds, he might not be the biggest, but his technical skills make him one of the most dangerous. Imagine rolling with him in a self-defense class. Gunnar Nelson's contribution to the Icelandic police was all about refinement and technique. He provided crucial self-defense training, ensuring officers could handle situations with minimal force, relying on leverage and skill rather than brute strength. His calm and methodical approach would have been perfect for de-escalation and controlled apprehension. It's a testament to how diverse and valuable different forms of combat expertise can be in law enforcement. From grappling on the mat to keeping the peace on the street, Gunnar brought a different kind of power. Now, this next one is a little different, but absolutely deserving of a spot on our list because of his sheer influence and incredible physical presence. We're talking about Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. While not a full-time officer, he was made an honorary deputy in Miami-Dade for his significant community work and positive influence. At 6 feet 5 inches and 260 pounds, he certainly has the physical stature, and his global charisma makes him a powerful figure for public engagement. Imagine getting crime prevention tips from The Rock. The Rock's honorary deputy status highlights how even outside of traditional full-time roles, individuals with immense physical presence and positive influence can greatly benefit law enforcement. He uses his platform to promote safety, health, and positive community relations, embodying the protective spirit of a police officer. His ability to connect with people, especially youth, is unparalleled. So, while he wasn't kicking down doors, he was certainly opening them for dialogue and trust. Can you smell what the Rock is cooking? It's community safety. So, what is it about these titans of strength and combat that draws them to law enforcement? Is it the discipline, the sense of service, or just the sheer desire to put their unparalleled physical prowess to good use? It's fascinating to see this recurring theme: individuals who could dominate in any arena, choosing to serve and protect. It shows that the uniform, for many, represents something more than just a job. It's a calling, a way to channel their immense capabilities for the greater good. Definitely not your average recruitment video. It's easy to focus on the raw power, the deadlifts, the bicep curls, the devastating grappling. But what these stories really highlight is a different kind of strength: mental resilience. The ability to push through physical pain, to maintain focus under pressure, to embody discipline day in and day out. These are the qualities that make a great athlete, and equally, a great police officer. They show that while muscles certainly help, it's the mindset that truly sets them apart, both in the gym and on the streets. Consider Ronnie Coleman, waking up before dawn to train, then donning his uniform for a full shift. Or Phil Heath, building the foundations of his world-class discipline on the streets of LA. This isn't just about being big, it's about an insane level of dedication. The commitment required to sculpt an Olympia-winning physique is intense, but to do that while also upholding the law, facing daily dangers, and serving the public? That takes a special kind of human. It's a testament to their character, not just their brawn. And then there's the sheer, undeniable presence of the strongmen like Hafthor Bjornsson, Mariusz Pudzianowski, and Eddie Hall. Their physical stature alone is a force multiplier for any police department. The psychological impact of seeing a man who could literally pick up a small car is immense. It projects an image of invincibility and authority that can de-escalate situations before they even begin. It's like having a walking, talking, super strong security system with a badge. Who's going to argue with that? For the MMA and jiu-jitsu fighters like Frank Mir and Gunnar Nelson, it's about controlled, precise application of force. Their training emphasizes efficiency, technique, and subduing opponents safely. This is invaluable in policing, where excessive force is a critical concern. They bring a level of expertise that allows officers to resolve conflicts with minimal harm, relying on skill rather than just brute strength. They are human precision instruments, trained to neutralize threats without unnecessary escalation. That's a huge asset. These legendary figures remind us that beyond the headlines and world records, there are everyday heroes in police forces worldwide. But these particular individuals took hero to a whole new level. They're not just strong, they're strong-willed, dedicated, and embody a commitment to serving their communities, often balancing unimaginable training regimes with the demanding and dangerous work of law enforcement. It makes you think twice about who might be behind that badge, doesn't it? Many of these officers, especially the special constables or honorary deputies like Eddie Hall and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, focused heavily on community outreach. They used their celebrity status and impressive physiques to build bridges between the police and the public. This aspect of policing, fostering trust and positive relationships, is crucial. It shows that being a strong police officer isn't just about physical power, but also about the strength of character to connect, inspire, and protect through engagement. Truly champions of the community. Let's do a quick comparison here. On one side, we have the raw, undeniable brute force of the strongman. On the other, the sculpted, enduring power of the bodybuilders. Both bring incredible physical attributes to the table, but their approaches are distinct. Strongmen often emphasize maximal strength for one-off lifts or carries, while bodybuilders focus on aesthetic development and endurance for repetitive sets. When applied to policing, both offer unique advantages in different scenarios. Which would you rather have responding to your call? Imagine Hafthor or Mariusz on a patrol. Their sheer size and strength would deter most conflicts before they escalate. A strongman's ability to move heavy objects, force open jam doors, or physically restrain a large, combative individual without breaking a sweat is unparalleled. They are pure powerhouses, capable of incredible feats that could literally save lives in emergency situations. You're not just calling for backup, you're calling for a human bulldozer, ready to tackle any physical challenge. Pretty effective, right? Now, consider the bodybuilders like Ronnie Coleman and Phil Heath. Their conditioning and endurance are off the charts. Chasing suspects, engaging in prolonged physical confrontations, or maintaining high energy levels over long shifts, this is where their finely tuned physiques shine. The explosive power for quick sprints combined with the stamina to keep going, often with bulletproof vests and heavy gear, makes them incredibly effective. They're built for sustained action, ready for whatever the streets throw at them, day or night. Beyond the physical, both types of athletes share an incredible mental game. The discipline to adhere to a strict diet, rigorous training, and consistent performance under pressure is a prerequisite for both strongmen and bodybuilders. These mental attributes translate directly to the demands of policing: quick thinking, calm under fire, and unwavering commitment to duty. It's not just about pushing weight, it's about pushing limits, both physical and mental, which makes them uniquely suited for the high-stress environment of law enforcement. Think about the training these individuals undergo. Hafthor Bjornsson's regimen for World's Strongest Man involved lifting inhuman amounts of weight. Ronnie Coleman's pre-Olympia workouts are the stuff of legend. Then, add police academy training on top of that: tactical drills, self-defense, firearms proficiency, legal procedures. It's a mind-boggling combination of physical and mental demands. These aren't just big guys, they're hyper-trained, multi-skilled individuals who chose a path of service. Talk about dedication. So, what truly motivates these titans to step into the role of a police officer? Is it a deep-seated sense of justice, a desire to protect, or perhaps the ultimate challenge of applying their unparalleled skills in a real-world, high-stakes environment? For many, it's likely a combination. The uniform brings a sense of purpose and responsibility that transcends personal accolades. It's a powerful testament to the idea that true strength isn't just about what you can lift, but about how you choose to serve. Inspiring, isn't it? These stories absolutely smash any stereotypes you might have about police officers. It's not just about average Joes. It's about elite athletes, world champions, and legendary figures choosing to be part of something bigger than themselves. They prove that the thin blue line can be incredibly thick, incredibly strong, and incredibly dedicated. They represent the best of both worlds: peak human physical performance combined with an unwavering commitment to public safety. This is a level of protection you just don't see every day. From the ice-covered lands of Iceland to the sunny streets of Los Angeles and the tough beats of Arlington, Texas, these incredible individuals have left an indelible mark. They've shown that the pursuit of excellence, whether in lifting records or maintaining order, shares common ground: discipline, sacrifice, and an iron will. Their legacies extend beyond their trophies and titles, reaching into the communities they protected, making them not just champions, but true heroes of the badge. What an amazing collection of talent! Let's put some numbers to this. We've talked about a combined total of over 20 World's Strongest Man and Mr. Olympia titles among these officers. Think about the sheer volume of weights lifted, the hours of training, the raw power harnessed. This isn't just a few strong guys, this is a concentration of unparalleled physical achievements serving on the front lines. The odds of having so many elite athletes choosing this path are incredibly low, making their stories even more extraordinary. Truly a statistical anomaly. Many of these incredible individuals have spoken about their time in law enforcement with great pride. They emphasize the importance of giving back, of being a positive force, and of the unique responsibility that comes with wearing the badge. It's clear their commitment was genuine, driven by more than just physical challenge. They saw policing as a profound way to apply their inner and outer strength. Listen to what Phil Heath said about his early career, it really sums up the dedication. Imagine a typical day for someone like Ronnie Coleman when he was both a police officer and an aspiring Mr. Olympia. He'd wake up, train intensely for hours, go on patrol for 8 to 10 hours dealing with potential dangers and public interactions, then head back to the gym for another brutal training session. all while adhering to a strict diet. It's a schedule that would break most people, yet they thrived. This isn't just about physical capability, it's about an iron will and a superhuman work ethic. Absolute legends. These stories aren't just fascinating anecdotes, they're a powerful reminder of the incredible dedication and diverse talents found within law enforcement. They show that heroes come in all shapes and sizes, sometimes literally monumental ones. Whether it's a strongman deterring crime with his presence, a bodybuilder enduring the long haul, or an MMA fighter applying precision, these officers redefined what it means to serve and protect. Their impact resonates far beyond their beats. Truly, the world's biggest and strongest police officers. So, after hearing about Hafthor Bjornsson, Mariusz Pudzianowski, Eddie Hall, Ronnie Coleman, Phil Heath, Frank Mir, Gunnar Nelson, and even honorary Deputy Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who do you think is the ultimate strongest police officer? The one you'd want backing you up in a tough spot? Is it the sheer mass of the mountain or the beast? The enduring power of a Mr. Olympia? Or the tactical precision of a UFC fighter? Let us know in the comments. These guys truly prove that a badge can be worn by the baddest, most dedicated individuals on the planet. Unbelievable. That's it for today's deep dive into the incredibly powerful world of police officers. If you loved learning about these absolute units, smash that like button, share this video with your friends, and hit subscribe so you don't miss our next wild exploration. We've got more jaw-dropping stories coming your way that you won't believe. Thanks for watching, and remember, stay strong, stay safe, and maybe, just maybe, look twice at the next police officer you see. They might just be a world's strongest man.